Two people live on the same street. They have the same kind of house, not identical but similar. They earn about the same amount of money every year. They are the same age, maybe 40 or 45. From the outside, from a distance, they look like they're living almost identical lives. But one of them is secretly becoming rich. Quietly. Slowly. Invisibly. Their net worth is growing. Their savings are building. Their future is becoming more secure every single year. And the other one is slowly becoming broke. Not dramatically. Not all at once. But steadily, year after year, the gap between what they earn and what they need is shrinking. They are losing ground without even realizing it. And here's the scary part, the part that makes this so hard to see. The second person, the one who is slowly becoming broke, looks more successful. They have a better house, a nicer car, a more impressive lifestyle. They go on better vacations. They eat at better restaurants. They post better photos on social media. But behind the scenes, behind the closed doors, behind the curated images, they are trapped. Their money is not building freedom. It is building a cage. A beautiful, comfortable, expensive cage that they cannot escape. This video is not about how to get rich. There are thousands of videos about that. This video is about something more dangerous, something that most people never think about until it's too late. Why people who already have money, people who have done well, people who have built something, lose it. And if you don't understand these traps, you can work your entire life, do everything right, build real wealth, and still end up stuck. Hey, I'm Elon. On this channel, we don't sell hustle. We don't tell you to work harder or wake up at 4 a.m. or buy our course. We explain how money actually works. In a way that's so simple that even a kid could understand it. Because money isn't about working harder. It's not about finding the next hot stock or the next big thing. It's about avoiding invisible mistakes. The traps that hide in plain sight. The behaviors that feel normal but are actually dangerous. Today, I'm going to show you the biggest mistakes that people make after they've already built some wealth. The traps that turn success into struggle. The habits that slowly, quietly, drain everything you've built. Let's start with the most common trap. The one that catches almost everyone. Let's say you get a raise at work. A good one. $10,000 more per year. You feel proud. You worked hard for it. You deserve it. So you upgrade your life. A bigger apartment, because you can finally afford it. A new phone, because yours is 2 years old. Better clothes, because you want to look the part. Nicer restaurants, because you're tired of cooking. Sounds normal, right? Sounds like what everyone does. Sounds like success. But here's what actually happens. Every time your income goes up, your lifestyle quietly eats it. Like a monster. A hungry, invisible monster that lives in your budget and grows every time you feed it. You buy a new couch, and now your TV looks old and small next to it. So you upgrade the TV. Now your room looks boring and empty compared to the new TV. So you buy new decorations and new furniture. Now your car feels embarrassing parked outside your upgraded apartment. So you lease a nicer car. It never ends. There is always one more upgrade. One more thing that doesn't quite fit. One more area where your life doesn't match your new income. This is called lifestyle creep. A fancy term for a simple problem. Your expenses creep up to match your income, so you never actually feel richer. You just spend more. But I call it the upgrade monster. Because it never stops eating. It never gets full. It never says, that's enough. It just keeps demanding more, every time you earn more. The fix. Here is the simple rule that protects you from the upgrade monster. Every time you earn more, save first. Upgrade later. not the other way around. If you get a $10,000 raise, decide in advance. Save $6,000 of it. Put it directly into investments or savings before you even see it. Then you can spend the remaining $4,000 on upgrades. That way, your lifestyle grows slower than your income. The gap widens. The monster gets smaller. Imagine you have one favorite toy. You love it so much. It's the best toy you've ever had. You play with it every day. You show it to all your friends. And you refuse to share it with anyone. Now imagine that toy is your money. You invest in something, a stock, a house, a business, a cryptocurrency. It grows. You feel smart. You feel like a genius. So you put even more money into it. And then more. And then more. Now your future depends on one thing. One stock. One house. One business. One coin. If that one thing does well, you do well. If that one thing fails, everything fails. That is dangerous. Because even the strongest companies fall. Even the hottest markets crash. Even the smartest investors make mistakes. History is full of things that everyone believed in right before they collapsed. When that one thing falls, everything goes down with it. Your savings, your investments, your future, all tied to a single thread. And when the thread breaks, you fall. The fix: never let one thing control your future. Spread your money around. Own different types of assets. Stocks, bonds, real estate, cash. Own different companies, different industries, different countries. Even if you believe in something. Even if it's been working for years. Even if all your friends are doing it. Spread your money. Because the one thing you believe in the most is often the one that hurts you the most when it fails. Imagine you have a bucket full of water. It's a good bucket. Strong. Sturdy. You've worked hard to fill it. But there is a small hole at the bottom. You don't see it. You don't feel it. You don't notice the water slowly leaking out. But slowly, day by day, the water disappears. Not all at once. Just a little at a time. And one day, you look down, and the bucket is half empty. And you have no idea where the water went. That is taxes. You make money. You invest. You win. You sell. You make a profit. But if you don't understand how taxes work, you lose a huge part of what you earned. Sometimes 20%, sometimes 30%, sometimes even more. The government takes its slice, and the slice can be huge. And the worst part? Most people don't even notice. They see the profit. They feel the win. They spend the money. And they never calculate how much they lost to taxes. They never think about the hole in the bucket. The fix: don't rush to sell. Sometimes waiting saves thousands. If you hold an investment for more than a year, you pay lower taxes. Sometimes much lower. Sometimes you pay no taxes at all on certain types of accounts. Understand the rules of the game. Learn the basics of how taxes work. Not to cheat the system, but to avoid leaking money you don't need to lose. A little knowledge about taxes can save you more money than a year of hard work. You make a few good investments. Everything goes up. The market is rising. Your stocks are climbing. Your house is worth more. You feel like you figured it out. You feel smart. You feel like a genius. So you take bigger risks. More money. Less safety. More leverage. Less diversification. You start to believe that your success was skill, not luck. That you see things others don't. That the normal rules don't apply to you. But here is the truth. When everything is going up, Everyone looks smart. Even people who have no idea what they're doing make money in a bull market. The rising tide lifts all boats. But when the tide goes out, you see who was swimming naked. The real test is not what happens when things go up. The real test is what happens when things go down. When the market crashes. When the house loses value. When the business struggles. That's when you find out if you're actually good at this, or if you were just lucky. Most people lose money not because they're stupid, but because they become too confident. They mistake luck for skill. They take risks they don't understand. And when the market turns, they lose everything they gained. The fix. If investing feels exciting, you're probably doing something risky. Real wealth building is boring. It's slow. It's steady. It's automatic. It doesn't feel like winning. It feels like waiting. When you start feeling like a genius, take a step back. Check your risks. Ask yourself, am I actually good at this, or have I just been lucky? The answer might save your future. This one sounds weird. Working hard is good, right? Yes. Working hard is how you build wealth in the beginning. But only to a point. At some stage, your money can work harder than you. If your investments are making money every single day, if your assets are growing while you sleep, then every hour you spend working has to compete with that. And at some point, your money will win. Your investments might make $500 a day while you're sleeping. Can you earn $500 an hour at your job? Probably not. So why are you spending all your time working when your money could be doing the work for you? But many people never stop working. Not because they need the money. Because they're used to working. Because they don't know what else to do. Because their identity is tied to their job. Because they're afraid of what comes next. And one day, they realize something terrible. They built money. They built wealth. They built a portfolio. But they forgot to build a life. They have no hobbies. No friends outside of work. No interests beyond their career. They have money, but they don't know how to enjoy it. The fix: as your wealth grows, ask yourself a question. How much is enough? What is the number where you can stop trading your time for money? What does a good life actually look like to you, not to your boss or your parents or your neighbors? Build the life first, then save for it. Not the other way around. Because if you wait until you have enough money to start living, you might run out of time before you run out of money. You can have a big house, expensive assets, a high net worth on paper, and still feel completely broke. Why? Because your money is locked. You can't use it. You can't spend it. You can't access it without selling something or paying a penalty. You own $1 million house, but all your cash is tied up in the walls. You have a large retirement account, but you can't touch it for 20 years without paying a huge penalty. You have valuable art or collectibles, but you can't sell them quickly if you need money. That's being rich on paper but poor in real life. You look wealthy from the outside, but you have no freedom. No flexibility. No ability to handle an emergency without disrupting your entire financial life. The fix: always keep some money easy to access. Cash in a savings account. Money in a checking account. Investments that can be sold quickly without huge penalties or taxes. Cash is freedom. Cash is options. Cash is the ability to say no, to wait, to choose. Don't lock up every dollar you have. Keep some powder dry. As you grow your money, you become a bigger target. Not for criminals necessarily, though that's a risk. For life. For accidents. For mistakes. For lawsuits. For divorce. For health problems. For everything that can go wrong when you have something worth taking. One accident, one mistake, one lawsuit, and years of work can disappear. Not because you did anything wrong, because you didn't protect what you built. Insurance is not exciting. Lawyers are not fun. Legal structures are not interesting. But they are the walls that protect your castle. Without them, anyone can walk in and take what's yours. The Fix protect what you build. Talk to professionals. Get the right insurance. Set up the right legal structures. It's not exciting, but it's critical. The best defense is a good defense. Owning many things doesn't mean you're safe. If everything you own reacts the same way to the same event, you're still at risk. You're just spread out, not diversified. It's like having 5 umbrellas that all break in the same storm. You have more umbrellas, but they're all useless when the wind comes. Real diversification means owning things that behave differently. When stocks go down, bonds might go up. When real estate struggles, gold might rise. When one part of the world is in recession, another might be growing. The Fix don't just own many things. Own different kinds of things. Things that don't move together. That's real diversification. That's real safety. When numbers get big, fear gets bigger. Losing $1,000 feels bad. Losing $10,000 feels worse. Losing $100,000 feels terrifying. The same percentage drop feels completely different when the absolute number is huge. So people panic. They see their portfolio drop by $100,000 in a week. They feel sick. They can't sleep. They sell everything just to make the pain stop. And they miss the recovery. They lock in their losses. They turn a temporary drop into a permanent loss. The Fix understand that markets go up and down. That's normal. That's not a crisis. That's Tuesday. The people who win in the long run are not the ones who never lose. They're the ones who don't panic when they do. Most people never plan what happens next. They build wealth without thinking about what they're building it for. So everything they built slowly disappears. Not stolen. Not lost. Just wasted. Because building money is one skill. Keeping it is another. Using it wisely is another. Passing it on is another. Each stage requires different knowledge, different strategies, different mindsets. The Fix. Have a plan. Not a complicated one. Just a direction. Know what you're building toward. Know what you want your money to do for you. Because money without a purpose is just numbers. And numbers without a purpose slowly disappear. Somewhere in this video, you saw yourself. Maybe it's the upgrades. Maybe it's overconfidence. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's working too much. Maybe it's not having a plan. You don't need to fix everything today. That's impossible. That's overwhelming. That's how people give up. Fix one thing. Just one. Today. Pick the trap that spoke to you the most. The one you know you're falling into. And make one small change. Because money isn't lost in one big mistake. It's lost in small ones, repeated for years. And it's saved the same way. Small changes, repeated for years, until one day you look up and realize you're free. If this video opened your eyes to the traps that hide in plain sight, if you saw yourself in any of these mistakes, subscribe to this channel. Because here, we don't just talk about money. We show you the traps before they trap you. We explain how the game really works. And we help you build a life that doesn't break when the market does. New videos every week. And before you go, write in the comments one trap you're going to fix. Just one. Make it real. Make it a commitment. Because the people who build real wealth are not the ones who never make mistakes. They're the ones who see them and fix them, one at a time. See you in the next video.